Harry Maguire ruled out of the Manchester derby. Paul Scholes coming out and hitting at two United superstars that they are not good footballers. Something I don't believe in what he's saying. Right about now, I'm going to go in and really give my opinion on what he has really gonna hate to say. Then Roberto Carlos has come out and really given the reason as to why he would have liked to play a lot as a left back during his time with players like Casemiro and Freddy in the double midfield pivot. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. I know most of you are going to be worried. Oh, Rokani, you're really doing a video this early, yeah? I had certain things that were really still holding me back, but finally, I'm fully back. I'm going to be starting to really bring you videos early in the morning, such that we can really stretch to like 3-4 videos that have upload intervals of 3 to 4 hours. So I really believe that you guys are really going to go ahead and really enjoy it. Remember, yesterday we did 2 videos concerning the Manchester derby. Martial and Rashford doubtful, and obviously this one has been really ruled out. That is Harry Maguire, the captain of Manchester United, but he's not the on-field captain. He's off-field captain according to me, but the on-field captain is Bruno Fernandes Borges. Rock and David is my name. United Matters channel is the YouTube channel you're watching me on. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner and hit the red button that has the word subscribe. After hitting it, smash the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now, allow me take you straight into the story that most of you really are happy about, you get, and others aren't, because I believe that there are people, the majority of fans of United fans don't really rate Harry Maguire, but there is a clique that really rates Harry Maguire, but I don't really believe that you'll win this battle of rating Harry Maguire, because every time you get to the field of play for Manchester United, we've lost, and for the England side, you've seen what happened to him, and I believe he's really going through a turmoil that no one is really willing to go ahead and really rescue him off. Now, we have a story coming in from James Docker. James Docker is a United correspondent for the Daily and Sunday Telegraph. He has gone ahead to let us know that Harry Maguire is set to miss the trip to Etihad Stadium after suffering a muscle injury during England's 3-3 draw against Germany on Monday. Now, you also Harry Maguire led to the England national team to concede 2 goals. Out of the 3 that they conceded, 2 of them were because of Harry Maguire, and I really believe that he really took the blame, and he was really trolled all over social media, and I really believe that he should learn from this. And every time you put out a very exquisite performance, fans will come out and really hail you, and that's what Erik ten Hag said when Harry Maguire was bored. I think it was a friendly game in the preseason. Against which team? It was against the side which goes by the names of Melbourne. I think because in the 10th minute we conceded, and Harry Maguire was beaten off his pace with Victor Lindelof, and he was bored when they read his name by the fans in Melbourne. So it shows you how much this really meant a lot to a man who goes by the names of Erik ten Hag. And he came out and said, if you're bored, that means you're not performing very well. What does that send in your mind directly? Sit down, put up a very good performance, and you'll never be bored again. So, football for any player is really a game on emotions. That's it. It moves on emotions. If at all you perform very well, the fans will really hail you. If at all you don't perform very well, they'll boo you, because even Cristiano Ronaldo was booed by Portuguese fans when they are losing to Spain. You know, he really got close to 3 sitters in that game, and he never really put them at the back of the net, and obviously he was booed by the fans of Portugal. After a very long while, this was not thought of that maybe fans of Portugal will go in and really boo a player, but they booed him. Even Harry Maguire in the game against Germany, when his name was read before the game kick-started off, he was booed by English fans because they know he is trash. And this is not a game, this is not a point to come out and really say Harry Maguire is really a very bad defender. He's not a very bad defender, but at the levels he's playing at Manchester United, he's really not meeting the qualities, because every player is as good as his previous 90 minutes he has played in the field of play. So we are judging Harry Maguire on the previous 90 minutes he has played for Manchester United. You know, the first two games when he played 90 minutes, Brighton and Brentford, we lost. The next 90 minutes he played against Sociedad, we lost. So all of the games we've won this season, Harry Maguire has not started. So it shows you how bad he is at United. And I really believe that, to me, it's really a very, 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 very bad story that he's out. But I believe he should even get out of this club before Lindelof gets off, because I believe there is a better central defender in Lindelof than in Harry Maguire. Why? One, I think Harry Maguire lacks what we call football intelligence. His football intelligence is so much low according to that of Lindelof. Lindelof also had not yet played a game in the Premier League for United, and he had only played in the game of Rio Sociedad. He played 90 minutes, but he played well against Sweden. He's the captain of the Swedish national team. But Harry Maguire, who has been getting some minutes for Manchester United, really gave out a penalty, and you saw what he did when he gifted a ball to Musiala, and then they went to score, I think, the third goal in there for you. So it shows you that in the football intelligence, in football knowledge, obviously Lindelof is better than Harry Maguire. And I really believe that Lindelof has more pace. However much they're all slow, but I believe he's more faster than Harry Maguire. And lastly, I believe he is really a better defender than Harry Maguire. His game reading is better than of Harry Maguire. So this story has taken me to a discussion of who should leave first at Manchester United. I believe Harry Maguire should depart first from Manchester United than Victor Lindelof. And I know with time, when Erik ten Hag really gets in Lindelof into his team, I think we'll see better qualities of this guy. Though I really believe that both of the two defenders, Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof, are not having their future green lighted at Manchester United. I think it has hit a dead end. Erik ten Hag will go in and bring in a new central defender. I've seen Kim Jong from Napoli being linked to Manchester United, and I know even Julian Timber will report to Manchester United maybe next season. So that is what United is all about, and Harry Maguire is missing out on the Manchester derby. It's not that he was going even to start because Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez are really present, but I just did this to let you know that this guy is really very much below the belt on the level of Manchester United. And anyone will say in the Manchester derby, when maybe when Varane or Lisandro Martinez get an injury, who is going to come in through? I believe Lindelof can come in through. I believe Tuanzebe is back in training, and I believe in such games, this is where players like Tuanzebe, if at all they return back fully fit, they get a chance to come in here and really show the manager, oh, I can play a little bit of what you want, because he's energetic, he's good on the ball, he's fast. So I believe you never know, we might see these players like Tuanzebe getting a chance out of the time Harry Maguire is going to be out. I really believe, I've read a story that maybe he's going to spend like 3 weeks out. So it shows you that we should really pray to either Tuanzebe comes in through, because when Lisandro Martinez or Rafael Varane gets an injury, that means this guy is not, that means we'll be only left with one option. So that is why we call in for players like Tuanzebe to hurry up to come in and really do the needful for the Manchester team in the for you. But in the derby, Harry Maguire is out. So, but I want to let you know that after that game of football where England drew with Germany 3-3, the captain of England came out and said this after Harry Maguire suffered an injury towards the end of the game against Germany. Said he played another 5 or 10 minutes on almost one leg. Great character for him. Really proud of him for that. Now, to me, I believe Harry Maguire did something wrong to start the field of play, because you never know, if at all he had really gotten off the field of play, he wouldn't have costed that other goal for England, especially the third goal. Yet England was really leading. So it shows you that if England had won, then the attack on Harry Maguire would have been lesser. But him gifting out a second goal that really led to the leveling of the game then brought in a lot of damage to him. And I believe he should be outside there blaming himself that I wish I would have really gotten off the field of play. But did he communicate to the manager? Why is he limping? Because I never saw him limping on the field of play during those minutes, but after the game he limped. So is he using that as an excuse? I don't know, but I believe Harry Maguire is going through a horrible period of time. But what can we see him go through out of this? I believe it's him to get out of Manchester United, something that is hard for him to decide, but I know he's going to be sold. He's going to be sold because Erik ten Hag is going to call for a more better defender than Harry Maguire, because you can't be having two central defenders that are really good in Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane, and the players that are really coming out as the second fiddle to them are not anywhere near them. They are not anywhere near these defenders, meaning that if any of those two, Varane and Lisandro Martinez, get an injury, then we are back to square one, which is something we hate. So I believe the manager believes in getting other defenders, and I know Harry Maguire, a time is going to come for him to leave Manchester United. It's going to be a tough decision, but I know it's going to be taken, and it's going to be taken, I think, next summer. It's really going to be hard for Harry Maguire and Lindelof to start Manchester United. According to me, I believe they are going to be sold, and other central defenders are going to be brought in. Maybe Tuanzebe will come in and really prove to the manager, please, I can really be part of this central defense partnership of Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane in there for you. Talking about Rafael Varane, Paul Scholes was on the overlap with Gary Neville, and really went ahead to say lots of things that are really found not legit, according to me. But in this world, everyone is really entitled to his own opinion. There is the way Scholes sees his things, and he sees them differently, and I also see them differently. Now, this story was reported by Metro via the overlap, told us, Paul Scholes in his words, that Rafael Varane, as great a player as he has been, is not a great footballer. David De Gea is not a great footballer. Why would a club like Real Madrid let Varane go? If you looked at him last season, he didn't look right. Now, Paul Scholes, let me first respond to you and give you, or really bring you up to speed, because it looks like you are not in the know. Why? The reason as to why Rafael Varane was sold to Manchester United was Rafael Varane told Real Madrid he's not going to renew his contract. He was left with 1 year in his contract, and they wanted to keep him, but the player said, no, I want a new challenge. That's why he was sold to Manchester United at £30 million. But if at all Rafael Varane had like a 3-year contract onto him, we would have cost close to 60 or 70 million pounds to really bring him to Manchester United. But because he had only 1 year left on his contract, that's why he came to Manchester United, and Real Madrid couldn't block this deal to come. It was not like a Casemiro deal that really happened recently, because Casemiro comes in at United because United wanted him and Casemiro wanted a move, and Real Madrid felt like he's 30, you can't get 60 or 70 million pounds out of him, and it was a once-in-life opportunity for Real Madrid to grab that amount of money from a player like Casemiro, whom they had already brought his replacement in the names of Tchouaméni for at Real Madrid. So it shows you the two levels of these different deals in here at the United Matters channel. So, Paul Scholes, your question, why would a club like Real Madrid let Varane go? I think I've given you the answer. You brought it to really throw a letdown notice on this guy that he was not really good. That's why Real Madrid really sold him. But the fact is, the guy was left with just 1 year on his contract. That's why he really went ahead to do that in the full. And people saying that if you looked at him last season, he didn't look right. No way. I really look at people and really believe that maybe watch this game of football differently. In a team that looked very horrible, like United, you come out and really blame a specific player. You get? He was playing alongside Harry Maguire. Look at him. What has improved on him? He is being played alongside a player who is really great. That is Lisandro Martinez. Why is it that every time we saw Rafael Varane play alongside Lindelof, he really looked great? I believe all those questions are really uncalled for, and Paul Scholes really brought them in a very weird manner, according to me. I don't know what you guys think about it, but him coming out and really slating Rafael Varane, I think he is really having just a grudge on him. And I know how these English players go ahead to go and use the media to go ahead and really slate these other players that are really doing great, they're not English. So to me, I want to see him come out and really give me a very good a very good synopsis about Harry Maguire. If you're saying this about Rafael Varane, then what are you going to say about Harry Maguire? So, Paul Scholes, I think you're just having an agenda over this guy. Then, Paul Scholes said Rafael Varane, as a great player he has been, is not a great footballer. I doubt that. Because to me, he's a ball-playing centre-back. You get, he has the speed, he's good at defending, and you see him comfortable on the ball. He's press resistant. You've seen it in the central defense, and he has been doing this for a very, very long time. And I don't know what Rafael Varane is Paul Scholes talking about. I don't know whether this grudge is all a far-fetch from Rafael Varane snapping United in 2010 when Sir Alex Ferguson knew that this deal was done, and then Zinedine Zidane walks in at Marseille and tells him, let's go to Real Madrid, and said, all right, had already agreed a deal with Manchester United, but let me go to a side which goes by the names of Real Madrid. Then I believe that might be a far-fetch, and that's why Paul Scholes is really so much hard onto Rafael Varane. But I really believe he's a great footballer and a great baller, according to me, because he is good on the ball and good off the ball. He's good defensively, and I think he's a complete centre-back, according to me. And when I hate to say that David De Gea is not a great footballer, to me, I believe the reason as to why David De Gea is going through this, the manager has been having at United. They never really saw where the future was. And if at all they saw where the future was, they would have told him, please, you should start being a ball-playing goalkeeper. And Erik ten Hag is trying to instill in him, and you see, to instill it in him, and you see there are lots of changes in the David De Gea game, in his ball distribution, and you believe by the time we really reach or return back from the World Cup to kickstart it off in December, I believe it's really going to be something great for a man who goes by the names of David De Gea. He's really going to be something great. So guys, that's Paul Scholes for you, dissing two United players that are not good ballers, but we believe that he has gone so much over the belt for you. That's so much over the sleeve. Then, lastly, Roberto Carlos has said, I would have loved to play alongside Casemiro and Freddy. Why? It's because I was very offensive, and they are the kind of players that will cover for you. They will cover the whole pitch. I would have loved that. So, Roberto Carlos is one of the best offensive left backs we saw in this game of football, especially when he was playing for Real Madrid and the Brazilian national team. He won, I think, the Champions League with Real Madrid. He won the World Cup with Brazil in 2002. Remember that very well. And he was a decent left flying fullback. And he's saying that he wished by that time, when he was playing the game of football, he was playing with Casemiro and Freddy, playing in the down pivot, because, you know, they would cover you up. And this is the great point that he's really talking. But the problem with these two is that who is really going to be the connector? Who is going to get that ball from the back four and really pass it to the midfield? In other words, who is going to link the midfield to the attack? You get? Because I believe Fred and Casemiro are really good players, but Casemiro can do it, but that is a huge ask from him, because he has to protect the back four, and Freddy is not good at protecting the back four. I think playing the double pivot, Freddy should be that person who is really going to get that ball and really connects the midfield to the attack. But we saw it happen a lot in the game of Ghana, because Ghana was not a decent side. They never had one of the best midfielders in the world, according to me, Thomas Partey. But I want to see them play that in a more against a more decent side, and I see how they're really going to be playing, because I think they lack that spike or that sparking point of a player to get that ball from the back four and really pass it to the forwards in the for you. Maybe Lucas Paqueta will be really dropping deep in there to get that ball, because the manager will be knowing in detail that it's hard for the other two to do it. But Roberto Carlos saying that in his narrative, you see it that he is just being selfish of himself, that for me going forward, I would have gone forward more, because I know that there would have been a lot of cover for me, because Freddy and Casemiro are really covering the pitch so well. So let's wait and see how that is going to be. Could Erik ten Hag borrow that idea and really play them as a double midfield pivot in the game of Man City? I don't know, but let's wait and see what is going to happen in that game of football as United plays a side which goes by the names of Manchester City. So I don't know what you guys think about these stories. Harry Maguire out of the Manchester derby, Paul Scholes coming out and really saying that Rafael Varane is not a greater footballer. Oh my, that has really thrown me very away, and I think Paul Scholes really needs to get schooled about what he talked about. And in a way to ridicule Rafael Varane's move to Manchester United, has gone ahead to really pose the question that why did Real Madrid sell him if at all he was a great player? And I told him, please, that it's because the guy was left with money on his contract and he didn't want to renew. And if at all they really never sold him, he would have gone on a free. You get? So Paul Scholes, mister, get to know some facts onto your fingertips very, very well. Then let's go ahead and also ridicule David De Gea. And obviously Roberto Carlos talking about Freddy and Casemiro, hailing them that he would love to play against them. So guys, your reaction to those stories are welcome into the comment section today. When we come early like this, you just get to know that it's going to be a marathon. We are bringing you the predicted United lineup. Sorry, the match preview between Manchester United and Manchester City. Then we are going to bring you the presser of Erik ten Hag as far as this game of United versus Man City is concerned, Manchester Derby. Obviously, we are going to be all ears waiting to see what he's telling us about Anton Martial and Marcus Rashford, because we believe if any of those is available, things are really going to be a little bit different. So guys, your reactions are welcome to the comment section below. Subscribe to this channel, smash the like button, comment and share. Hand you over to the Almighty Lord to really help you and really guide you through the day. Rokan David is my name. This channel is United Matters channel. I sign out for now. See you later. But I know you are surprised me coming up early today, but I think it's time I really went back to the basics. I'm out.